Did you hear about Lonzo Ball being out confirming?
For the season, dude. Out for the season.
My man, Lonzo Ball, perfect fit in Chicago. Most unfortunate things happen. The injury bug.
I can't remember the name of the podcast, but he also like came out and said that he was like really upset that they never like got a chance to like have all him, Zach LaVine, and DeRozan
Healthy.
all together healthy.
I think personally, I've heard people talk about this, but could have been those Triple B shoes that they were wearing.
He came out and said at halftime he would wear a pair for the first half. It would blow out, and he'd have to put on a brand new pair in the second half.
Dude, the amount of damage those shoes probably did to their knees, man.
Okay, so what do you do then if you're the Bulls stuck with Lonzo that
Can't do anything.
play?
No one's gonna trade for him. You're just out of luck.
But okay, let me talk about players that are looking for trades. How much longer do you think Zach LaVine wants to stay on the Bulls, or DeRozan wants to stay on the Bulls?
There was trade rumors
of Zach LaVine in the middle of the season. So like, how much does he really want to be there anymore?
I don't think he wants to because he's been there for No, he was in Minnesota at the beginning, man. But he's been there. Like, the Bulls aren't gonna they're not a playoff winning team. They're just not. Not without Lonzo Ball. Like, DeRozan, props, like straight hooper, but they don't have the roster, and they have Vucevic, and he's good too. But I don't know what it is. They just can't, like, when it comes playoff time, other teams are just built better. I don't know. I think Zach LaVine just wants to go to a bigger market because a lot of people know who Zach LaVine is, and he played for a small market Minnesota. Chicago is one of the biggest markets, but he wants to go where the lights are a little brighter. Like, he wants to go to L.A. That was, like, the biggest trade rumor was him wanting to go to L.A. Dude, Johnathan Taylor requested a trade from the Indianapolis Colts earlier today, and they are expecting a first-round pick in exchange for him. Do you think that the Colts are going to get a first-round pick or value similar to a first-round pick for Johnathan Taylor?
Absolutely not. Because if it's like, look at how good running backs, like early picked running backs have been. Like, Bijan Robinson in his preseason games look great.
The other game he didn't do that good, but he's been looking sturdy.
Like, Deuce Vaughn wasn't even a super high pick, but he was
balling out the first game.
For
the Seahawks, he didn't do that good.
He had a nice rushing TD against the Seahawks, though.
Yeah,
nice little spin move. We'll put it up. We'll put it up on here. But
yeah, he Deuce Vaughn, I'm excited for the season just because he's short and he's quick.
But my point in saying that is, what would be the point of trading a first round pick for an already
kind of beat up,
battered running back when you can get a fresh guy?
I think that's a problem because the NFL, the GMs are starting to realize the running backs get injured so much. Like, giving out big NFL. Okay, Christian McCaffrey is probably the guy that is making GMs really scared because he got a bag, which he should have, because he was balling out. He was the best running back.
It was him.
Yeah, but he get paid a lot of money to get injured. So it's like teams are just starting to, like, finally realize, like, we can pay a average Joe running back to go out there and do what we need him to do and spend money on other positions compared to paying a running back a lot of money and him getting injured, just like the Giants. Yeah, so here's the funny part.
Oh, he got an extra whole $1 million from holding out.
Here's the funny part. Instead of signing the franchise tag, he got paid an extra $1 million. I mean, hey, $1 million is $1 million, but, like, realistically, like, what was the point of the holdout? And you destroyed chemistry within the organization. Like, I don't know. It's just getting rougher. Like, the running back position is becoming so unwanted that eventually, if the NFL teams keep this up, kids aren't going to be running backs. With star potential, they're going to start playing other positions, and they're going to be running out of running backs. Like,
well, you could say the same thing happened to the fullback position. Like, most teams don't even have a fullback on their roster. If they do, maybe one.
Yeah, the Cowboys did last year. You know his name?
No. Like,
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, my God.
Up the middle for 2.
But that's my point. Is like I don't. Okay. I guess let me take a step back here. I think very certainly we're watching the running back position dissolve like the fullback position did, because at this point, how we are in the league with how many quarterbacks that we have that are so mobile that can just take off and go get you 10 yards on a run play. What's the point of needing that extra guy as a running back to assert the run and get the defense to respect the run if you got a quarterback?
One thing I've noticed is that running backs are starting to not I guess you could say they're starting to think about the position. They're contemplating moving to wide receiver and getting like being a wide receiver but doing running back plays so they could do both and get paid like a wide receiver.
Maybe kind of like a Deebo Samuel. Like he's
exactly.
Really a wide
Deebo's
receiver,
a dog.
But he's just a dog. They just
exactly.
go let him do whatever he needs to do.
Teams are going to start looking more and more for dogs that can like do both because they don't want to pay running backs the big money. But if you can catch and you can run, that's what it's going to turn more into compared to just strictly running, which is kind of sad. But I think it would be a while before that happens. That's a hot take.
The defense has to respect that you're going to run the ball. So they've got to bring some guys up, which opens up your passing game. But at this point, you don't need a running back for them to get the defense to respect your run game, especially if you've got a guy like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. Like, there's so many
much
quarterbacks
talent,
that are so mobile now that you don't necessarily need that extra guy in the backfield to assert the run and open up your passing game.
I'm genuinely shocked that Baltimore brought him back. Like, I don't know how they did it.
What?
No, not that they did it, that he was willing to sign with them. Because I thought like those I thought
he came out and said he wanted a trade, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
he requested a trade. Like
Somehow,
I thought he burned that bridge, and they figured it out, man. So I mean,
maybe it was Odell. They got Odell. That was
they did. Odell signed with the Ravens.
Maybe that's what did it for him.
Dude, I wanted Odell on the Cowboys so bad, just to have that star power.
After it came out that the Cowboys leaked Odell's info about him not being ready to play, like definitely not going to be able to play this season.
I think he kind of was like, nah.
That was over for sure.
Yeah,
because it killed the rest.
That was not a good move.
It killed the rest of the stock that he had, like with any of the other teams.
He still got a good little bag from.
He did get a nice bag
the Ravens. He's past his prime. He's coming off another ACL injury.
Okay, last thing that I do kind of want to skip around and get to our last topic, going back to NBA. Chris Paul is now on the Warriors, dude.
That's a terrible fit, in my opinion. I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, I know they wanted to get up off of Jordan Poole because he was not working out. You
want me to tell you what I think they're thinking?
What?
I think you put CP3 at the 1 and you put Steph at the 2, and you let CP3 dribble the ball up and let Steph do what he does
play
best.
off ball, dude.
Yes, and that's
but
run
Steph,
around
that
all
is,
game.
But one of the
ass around all game. And
one of the things Steph does best is creating offense. So that's one of the best parts of his game is his dribbling. And like, I mean, obviously him playing off ball is gonna be insane to watch. Like, he's gonna be tearing teams up. I can see that. But here's the thing: Klay Thompson starts and he's not playing 3. He's the shooting guard, is he not? Klay Thompson doesn't play small forward.
Let's find out. Yeah. So, he does play a little. It technically.
Yeah, he's big enough. Like, he's 6'6", something around there. He's tall enough. He's 6'6".
You could put him at the 3 for sure.
You could. If you really wanted to, you could. Draymond's gonna play the 4 or 5.
Wiggins.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't think of Andrew's name. I
He'd
was like, Andrew.
Be the 4. He'd be the 4. Put Draymond at the 5.
Either that or Chris Paul's coming up off the bench.
I don't see CP3 coming off the bench, dude.
I don't either, but you don't know, man. You never know.
I see a
he's
Draymond Green, Jordan Poole leak video part 2 if it comes out that CP3 has to come off the bench. It's going to be a problem. You can hear it from me first. I think that's going to pay off really good for them.
Shout out to our boy Sugar Sean.
Shout out to the man Sugar Sean, the champ.
Bantamweight champion.
Bantamweight champion. Shout out to Austin for officially putting me on the wave. I'm a big fan of watching him now. He's hilarious.
We're getting more into the UFC nowadays.
He's hilarious. He's a great fighter, obviously, from this past fight that you just saw. But
somehow he was a 3-1 underdog. Your boy posted it on the socials, Round 2 knockout.
Sure
enough. Round 2 knockout.
Round 2 knockout. So shout out to Mr. Sugar Sean O'Malley, the new UFC bantamweight champion
Of the world.
of the world.
Let's watch that clip.
Oh, okay. We'll do a quick little react to that clip.
Oh, man, it gets me going. Dude, and, like, he wasn't expecting it either.
That scared me. And
Yeah,
then
that
you
point
think
we were
that's
watching.
the takedown. You think that's the takedown right there.
Yeah, I thought, like, Sean protected himself from the takedown so good right here, and then he just, like, he got overpowered a little bit, and then he gets out.
Getting out of that was
a
so
perfect.
crazy.
Yeah, he got out of it.
I love how he does the thing where he drops his hands. I hope he does it.
And he looks so confident.
Yeah, where he
still.
drops his hands right there, like
boom! It was a perfectly timed hit too. Like, just caught him with the hook. Boom, boom.
Yeah, get him off. Get him off of him, ref. He's had enough.
I know.
Pull him. Pull him off.
There was really people saying early stoppage. His head's bouncing off the mat.
Get him off.
Man, I was so hyped.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boy.
Shout out to Sugar Sean.
That was a good fight.
Crazy fight.
That was awesome.
Most of that card was pretty interesting to watch, too.
I think he's going to fight Cheeto next. And Cheeto's the only one that's ever beat him. So he's 17-1 now.
Keep an eye out for a live reaction. We're going to try to do a live reaction for that clip.
We're going to do a live reaction of UFC. That'll be in December, probably in Vegas. I don't know which one that will be because that's not their next event. But keep an eye out for that. We're going to do a live reaction. That's going to be fun.